Welcome, my name is Nick, and this is Nick's Fort. Today I'm going to share with you guys 5 tips that every cinematographer needs to know. And we're going to walk through these tips with my buddy Armando. We are in California. We're going to be looking at these tips through the lens of a product shoot that Armando is doing. But please know that you can use these tips in a lot of different situations when you're filmmaking, whether it's events, weddings, commercial work. These tips can apply in a lot of different situations and they'll get you out of a lot of different situations. So you guys should be super stoked. Let's get into it. One of my most powerful tips for cinematography is controlling your light, and one of the best ways you can do that is with a reflector. They make like 3-in-1 and 5-in-1 reflectors, and right next to me right now, diffusing this window light is this reflector in the diffusing mode. And if we pull that out, it's gonna make the light coming on my face a lot harder versus when it's in, it's a lot softer. And traditionally, these are used in photography, but I use these all the time in filmmaking, and I'll link below. They're super powerful beyond just diffusing light. They're really, really powerful.
Here's another hack. This is a neoprene sleeve. They usually sell these for like cell phones, but the way I use it is I actually use the sleeve to cover my monitor. And this is great for transportation. So you can see it fits really nice and snug. And then usually when I put this in a case, I kind of butt it up like that, and now I know my screen isn't gonna get scratched. So really dope thing. Obviously you wanna buy one for the size of your display. I'm sure Nick will drop a link down below in the description if you guys are interested in picking one up for yourself.
So here's an interesting technique when you're filming and you want to get a really low down shot. Nick actually came up with this, so credit where credit's due. I was trying to get as low as possible on my Edelkrone slider, but being straight on the ground was just a little bit too low. So we propped it up on a sandbag. It's just the right height, but it's also very stable. So I don't have to worry about the camera falling over or anything like that. So this is a great hack when you're out shooting.
So here's another cool hack. If you have photography lenses like this one, this is actually one of my favorite ones. It's the Sigma 18-35. These are meant for photography, but for video they look fantastic. If you want to convert it more to a cinema style lens, there's a company that makes follow focus gears. I actually made a video on it. I'm sure Nick will leave that link down below. But yeah, these are awesome because you can use a follow focus and it's great for video shooting.
So another tip that you can use to make your shots more cinematic is adding something to your background. And right now we're doing a macro shot in a big empty space with not a lot of stuff in our scene. And so we're gonna make our shot more dynamic by picking out something to put in the background. I'm gonna select the 55-gallon drum liners. Put this down. Does that look pretty good in the shot, Armando?
Dude, that looks good, dude.
And then doing that, just putting that in the background of our shot is gonna make our shot more dynamic, and it's actually gonna give us more depth to the shot.
You can always find plants too, so let's see what that looks like. Anything, if you're in a house, doesn't matter, just put something in the background. Let's see what that looks like. Oh my gosh, that adds a little bit more. We'll go ahead and roll with that. Now we have color. A little bit of red, a little bit of green, instead of a boring white background. I think that looks pretty good. All right, we'll go with that.
Guys, I hope you found that helpful. If you did, please share it with a friend. If you dig the video, drop a thumbs up, a comment, subscribe, notifications, all that good stuff. But most importantly, get out there, put these tips into practice, and don't stop creating. Peace. Well, I gotta finish eating this pizza, but this last tip, pardon my disgusting talking while I'm eating, that's not the tip. The last tip has to do with a macro shot. You set up a macro shot, the background is just a brick wall, like the brick walls here. You wanna make it a little bit more interesting. You put something in the background. It's gonna be super blurry with the bokeh. The depth of field is really shallow, and it's gonna add a little color and a little more dynamics, or make your shot more dynamic by doing that. So we're gonna demonstrate that with this pizza. And we have the shot set up over here. So Armando, you tell me where to put the pizza.
The lower. Closer.
Closer. That's in the light now. We have the pizza in the light. It's important.
Dude, it looks like crap. It actually does not look good, dude. I wish I could say, dude, that's amazing.
How about this? How about this? We'll try turning the piece of pizza around.
It looks like a piece of pizza.
It looks like a piece of pizza.